Hi everyone, it's Kim.
And I'm Jen.
Welcome back to
Girlfriend, we feel ya. Okay, so if you are feeling weighed down and heavy and you feel like you need to purge, Kim is purging her top right now.
Hold on. Oh my God. I'm sorry. It's just like full on.
We'll keep talking as you work.
Full on boobs.
If you feel like you're feeling like heavy and weighed down, we're going to talk today about why you should let things go, things or people, whatever, objects, I don't know, that no longer serve you. This is something that, I've been thinking about a lot, way before 2020 hit, just this sort of, so like right before I turned 40, I had this feeling of like I was in a transition and that just like some of the things around me were no longer serving me, whether it was like the clutter in the office or having too many clothes or certain people in my life. Like it just felt like I needed to purge and cleanse. And I noticed that over time, when I've started doing that, it really has improved my mood and has improved my mental state to just get rid of a lot of things. Now I could be more of a minimalist than my current life situation. Like, I have a really nice house and, car, and I'm grateful for all those things, but I could definitely live like, I'm a simple person, a simple life. And I feel like the more that I've simplified, in keeping people in my life that really energize me and support me and love me, or just having things that I just really love. Like you did a purge not too long ago. Remember you purged? You did the Marie Kondo thing.
Oh yeah.
If it doesn't bring you joy, like it is really a thing. Like if seeing like the office cluttered and you just have like shoes from 10 years ago and people in your life that are just weighing you down, and all of that I think creates a lot of heaviness.
Yeah.
So when we get rid of that, it opens up a lot of space for more positive things and people to happen in our life. So what do you feel? How do you feel about that? Like, why should you get rid of things that no longer serve you?
I mean, for all the reasons you said, I just kind of feel like the more you can shed or get rid of and the more simpler you can make your life, you just make space for the things that I feel are the most important, like actual connection, relationships,
What about like objects?
Okay, so objects. So I've never been like a collector or it's never been hard for me to let go of inanimate objects. Now, of course, like I have a few like favorite clothing pieces and stuff that may not fit me, but like I just have not been able to, because like they're so amazing and how am I ever going to find that again, but for the most part, I just don't get attached to things. But I'm just like anyone else. Like it just builds up over time, right? You're on this earth long enough and you're just gonna have some stuff. And I also I've watched a lot of those like documentaries on minimalism and stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, like I don't think I could go quite that.
No.
Because I couldn't even do that. It was like a trend for a while, the capsule wardrobe.
Oh yeah, like the 5 tops, 5 pants.
I'm like, that would never work for me.
No, I couldn't go that far into it, but I definitely feel like I can wear like the same like 3 or 4 or 5 workout outfits and not have more than that. Like I kind of wear the same things all the time, or the same few t-shirts and jean shorts, and like I don't need a lot of makeup or jewelry. Like I wear a lot of just the same.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that. Like I don't need a huge
Yeah.
And like, and
I think we're different that way.
Okay.
Maybe. Like,
I
I love...
But I love fashion too.
I know you love fashion, but like...
Not the way you do. What have you gotten rid of or feel like you've, like recently, last year, 2 years, that things that no longer serve you? What are some things that no longer serve you that you've kind of, or it's a thing or an activity or an event or...
So it's been maybe like 4 years ago, I actually got rid of a person. Does that count?
Yeah.
And it was like a big, it was a friendship that I'd had for a very long time, and it was always very toxic. I think, you know, because of the type of person I am, like I'm a very loyal person, and this particular human had some things happen to her in her life, you know, so I was giving her extra grace, or you know, letting her off the hook for a lot of things. And but I just got to a point many years later where I just couldn't do it anymore. It was really affecting me emotionally, and she was, you know, an energy zapper, like a person that just... And don't get me wrong, you know, I believe we all come with some drama, and we all come with our own shit, right? So I'm not trying to say save the drama for your mama, you know, because we all have it sometimes.
Right.
But when you come at me, every time you come at me, and it's always about your bad choices, and you never learn, and you never take my advice, even though you ask for it, and I'm not like the end all be all, I'm not Buddha on the mountaintop, but when I've been your friend for years and years, and I've seen like a pattern of destructive behavior, and you ask me for my opinion, and I give it to you over and over, like my honest opinion, and you never take it, then, you know, it kind of is like the boy who cried wolf, right? Like you get to a point where you're like, I mean, I can't really help you with
Nothing's
that
changing.
anymore. Yeah.
They're not interested in you. It's all about them.
Yeah, I mean, it was literally just like a very one way. So I did, and it was very hard for me. I was very emotional after I did it, you know, because I felt like I was letting her down. Nobody wants to feel that way, but I'll be honest, like I've never looked back. Yeah. So that's one thing. And then I did do the Marie Kondo thing, which I really loved, and I still am keeping all my drawers that way, like folding them that way. And what I have started doing is if I bring something new in, I take one thing out.
Okay.
Like, so like it really makes me think more about my purchasing and my buying choices. Like if I'm going to buy a new t-shirt, then I'm like, okay, but which one can I let go of? Because like you have got no more room in your drawers, Kim, for this t-shirt. So, so I kind of think about that when I shop now, which has actually helped me not shop as much.
And I'd say like it's been a couple years ago, you made a shift in your business, in your photography business.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like that wasn't.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That was like a huge thing, actually.
It was because that was not serving you anymore. And we had a lot of conversations about that.
Yeah. So, yes, I was a wedding photographer for many, many years. So I've been in business for about 18 years, and probably the first 8 or 9 years I only did weddings. And I was like, I had a great business. I was very busy, and but yeah, I mean, I really started getting burnout, and I wasn't enjoying the work anymore. And so I decided to let it go. I mean, I had to kind of slowly, you know, phase myself out of it, because financially it had to be done on a plan. But yeah, so it's just also something that I will not, I guess, never say never, but it's not something I want to go back to.
Well, I know that was a big thing. That was a scary thing for you to switch, right?
Yeah.
So but what has opened up in your life? Like what's changed since you got rid of that? Like what's been like it's been a good thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good thing. I mean, I'm, doing work now with women that I'm very passionate about. I'm still a photographer and, but I'm doing portrait work now, and I'll primarily only work with women. And it's enabled me to start my vintage clothing business, which, fashion, as we've talked about through half this video, is like one of the things I adore. And, and it's also given me my weekends back, which has been huge. I mean, I just missed having weekends off. I mean, I was like literally every Saturday of my life was spoken for by someone else. And it's just been so great to be able to go on dates and go on, it's just been able to go out of town, without having to really think too much about it. So freedom.
Yeah, I think it's scary for people to, say no to doing things and things they've been so comfortable doing, or the people they've been around, or the way that they've done, the way that they eat, or the way that they exercise, or the people they hang out with, or like saying yes to things they don't want to do, like volunteer stuff or school stuff or this committee, that committee. Like, I think we all feel so like obligated, and then like it just wears us down.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we live in a culture that kind of has tried to teach us that saying no is a bad thing, that it's rude somehow to say no to someone when it's something you really don't want to do. And I mean, I guess when I was younger, like I kind of fell victim to that a little more, but now I'm like, no. No.
I was talking to a client about that earlier. I said, I feel like I say no now more than I say yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm so much more particular about, the things that I do, the places I go, the people I spend time with. I think that just came from like life circumstances.
Right.
Like when, I think age, right, is made me realize like just going through a lot of heavy life stuff, and you start to see like what really matters and what doesn't. I think that was what did it for me, and just like none of this stupid shit matters, and I'm gonna not say yes to things that I don't want to do, or overextend myself anymore, or always feel like I have to be the one to do everything. And that's been a huge journey, and that kind of started translating into who I spent my time with. And then whether it be like friends, the clients that I work with, like I'm very selective now on the clients that I work with, because I feel like the energy needs to be right. It's not only going to serve me, it's going to serve them better if we're a good fit to work together. Where I used to be like, yes, I'm going to like work with everyone that comes my way.
Right.
It doesn't work that way. I do my job better as a coach if I'm thriving and feel connected to what I'm doing and who I'm working with. Even down to simplifying food and, less meal prep and just easier meals. And, we've done a few videos on some really quick and easy meals that I enjoy. And we're going to keep doing some more, simplifying outfits, or just like last December, I like purged my whole house. Like just, I'm not attached to things like you said. Like I could just throw away shit, and be fine with it. I don't have much sentimental attachment to anything, so I could just get rid of stuff. Even though you probably can't tell it. I purged a lot. I mean, I purged my whole house, and it was really it felt good.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think, and maybe he would disagree, but I doubt it. Like Eric's it's a little bit harder for him to let go of things.
Oh, Joe was the same way.
Because I'm like, where are you going with that? What are you,
He came home.
I like Goodwill.
I had like, the day that I did the kitchen, that was the hardest day.
Yeah.
And I had all these boxes still out, and he got home and he's like, oh my God, what do you do with this popcorn maker? I said, you haven't used a popcorn maker in like 8 years.
He's like, I've had that since I was
in the cabinet. I'm like, has he used it? No. So I'm going to throw it back out. Even though he watches these videos.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it out before this gets aired or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, like I don't have sentimental attachment. And I think I really do believe, and I've really been like diving into like meditation and manifestation, and I'm a big believer in like creating the right like vibe and space and energy. When you clear out the negative shit, whether it be like things or people, clutter, saying no to things, like it's so freeing.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's true.
So I know it's hard, especially as women, to just say no to things and to maybe do things a little bit different. You know, I'll hear a lot of like people say, or clients say like, oh, you know, I'm going to this workout place, but you know, my friends are going, but I really don't love it. Don't fucking do it.
Go in.
Like, if you're not like, why do it for somebody else? Do it for yourself.
Right.
And I've also, and this might sound a little bit harsh, and I've talked to Joe. I've talked to Joe
Don't
about
hold
this.
back, Jen. Don't hold back.
This is Jenny from the Block's coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out.
It's true. People really don't care as much as you think. Like, I know, like, Kim cares about me. I care about her. And there's I value what she thinks of, like, me, and I run things by her. But, like, in general, like, people really don't care. Like, if you were like, no, I don't want to go to this, they might be, like, upset for a hot second, but they're going to move on.
Right.
Right? If you say no to something, or, you know, you turn something down or whatever. So,
and if they are upset, unless like they have a very legitimate reason to be, then, I mean, what's wrong with them?
Exactly.
Like, things come up in life. Sometimes people just can't or don't want to do certain things, and that's okay. You don't want to go camping.
She's going to throw that in
I'm
there.
really sad about it, but I'm not going to like...
We're not at that point yet. But see, I was able to be open and honest with her and say, look, I've really been like thinking about this. This is like stressing me out. I can't go camping yet. I said no, right? I said no to my very good friend. And it was hard for me to say no to her. I can say no to other people easily, but it was hard for me to...
She said no when I tried to get her to go to a dance class. She said no to camping. She said no. But I'm still not, I mean, I'm still going to work on her for the camping especially, but...
We'll do a glamping. We'll compromise on that.
I mean, I would glamp. I would glamp.
We have to ease into this before we get into a tent.
Right.
But if you're feeling like, and you know, there's all the shit that's been going on, like heavy about a lot of stuff, and you need to like clear up some space, like start small, like start cleaning out a drawer, or maybe distancing yourself from a friend who is an energy vampire. Say no to a dinner you don't feel like going to, politely, and start there. And that's what I did. And you know, even things involving family that were stressing me out but didn't need to, things were out of my control. You know what? It's not me, it's them. So I don't even let it worry me anymore.
Right.
It's been a game changer for me.
Yeah, I mean, because if there's one thing I think both of us have learned in life so far, it's you can't change people. You cannot change people. And you know, and that's not always saying like, I mean, I certainly have my own set of issues, and I do own my shit, you know, but you can't change people, and you cannot control the way that somebody's going to react to you or your choices, or you know. So I mean, I think at the end of the day, you know, you just have to do what's best for you, what makes you feel good, and you know that the people that are truly your people are going to support you, you know, in those choices. And then also those people who are truly your people will call you out if it's like, look, you know, that seems like a real bad idea.
Yeah.
but that doesn't happen very often. So.
No, but like I would say, I'm going to give you all homework, is to make a list on things that serve you, bring you joy, that you love, and make a list of things that don't, and maybe slowly start to tick away at the list of things that don't serve you, whether it's the clutter on your kitchen counter, or you know, some you know, things that you're involved in socially, or what else? People, friends, family.
Mean, yeah, and I don't want to oversimplify it. I would say job, but you know, I obviously know
we can't just like quit our
you
job.
can't just quit your job, especially if it's something that you need to live off of. But you can start looking for other ways to fulfill yourself outside of work. You know,
right?
Like because you know that helps too. If you have some things that fill you up outside of work, then work just becomes something that you do so you can do these other things.
Right.
So,
and the more joy you feel in what you do, the more joy will come to you. So make that list and slowly start chipping away at the things that no longer serve you. Just really, really small. And those small things will add up to the bigger things over time.
all right.
And you'll feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe to our channel. We have videos, we're twice a month now in the summer.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go back to once a week, September?
That's the plan.
That's the plan. So right now, twice a month, and then we're going to go back to once a week. So we love your feedback, comments, any show topics or ideas. Let us know. We're open to it.
All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.